Today is going to be very interesting conversation coming up soon. Once I work out the details, I'm going to have Professor Kami. I hope I don't mess his name up. Be coming on here. That's K A. Is it Kobe? Let me make sure I get his name right. It's not playing. Okay, well I'm gonna log off. If it's not playing, I'm gonna log off. Is it playing? Can you hear me at all? Let's see. Professor Kabi will be coming on. I'm just trying to make sure I got this right. If you can hear me, could you please put something in the chat? I'm really not sure. I may have to log back off, then log on again. Let's see something. Oh, okay, cool. Before I jack this whole thing up, I want to say first of all, thanks to everybody who's about to come in. We're gonna talk about a couple of things today. If you can see in the picture in the background, not live, but as you watch this, you'll see Professor Kome. I'm messing up that man's name. He is going to beat me to death. Anyway, let me get right into this, man. First of all, greetings to everybody who's coming in. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get right in here. I'm gonna get real serious. Sometimes I do like to have a little fun, but we're gonna talk about some real power today. We're gonna talk about some issues that are facing Black Masonry, and we're gonna get right into that subject matter. And it's going to be very interesting, only because a long time ago, when you was your young Masons, I'm talking about like for me, in the 80s, 70s, and even in the 60s, they used to talk about taking people jewelry and things like that. You know how they used to walk up on people and Q&A them, and if they don't know, they can take their Masonic regalia, whatever they be having on. I don't think you want to do that today. I don't think you want to walk up on anyone and try to take their Masonic regalia. That would not be smart at all. Not at all. When you're thinking about real power, when you're thinking about something that can transform and really do something great, you have to really think about how can I transform and connect with someone else on the same level. And a lot of us are not on the same level, so therefore nothing never happens. It never changes. I hear people often talking about you don't vote. Voting doesn't change anything. Well, let me tell you, it changes a lot. Locally, especially, local voting really changes a lot. Voting for your senators or voting for your congressmen, that really changes a lot. But because we've been so inundated with a lot of information, sometimes it becomes very frustrating. The same can be said in regards to Freemasonry itself. Because what is happening and what I'm seeing in Freemasonry is a lot of individuals who don't have integrity. They don't have the know for all of really how to carry themselves. I'm seeing that a lot of Grand Lodges are looking at numbers instead of quality. They're looking at having a lot of brothers. Well, we got 3,000 or 4,000 brothers. We got 15,000 brothers in our states. We got 20,000 brothers in our states, but you don't have quality. I would take one of my members to 10 of your members as far as quality is concerned. I would rather have that, because what is happening is a lot of people are missing out on quality because you want quantity. You want to keep your bank account full, and I get it. But when it comes to the essence of Masonry, I'm looking at quality. What is the quality of that brother? If you got someone that's a Masonic brother, and you and him are very close, now for me, I would consider just saying, okay, we're close, but I'm not going to let you get so close to me that you're able to hurt me in such a way that your integrity was never really true. You was never really true to who you were, So when we're looking at that, big shout out, what's going on to your lightning bolt? What's happening? Fred Anderson, what's going on to everybody who's coming in today? So we're talking about some real power, the quality of having good brothers and good sisters. When you got good qualities in your membership, individuals who really want to learn masonry and be about that life, take that and really enhance themselves, your Grand Lodge, your organization is going to grow. It's when you don't have that quality. It's where you just have people who want to be Masons, who want to be Eastern Stars, and they're just hopping on the bandwagon. What you're going to get is a lot of individuals who don't care about the organization. They just care about because they're a member. They're going to use the name. I'm a Mason. I'm a this. I'm a that. They're going to use the name of the Grand Lodge to kind of push their own agenda. What we want to do, what we're looking at, is really just wanting to get the quality of a brother, someone who really wants to do better in their life. Brother Michael White, what's up, man? An older brother made a younger brother I know take off his charm because he couldn't answer a Masonic question. You know, that turns a lot of people off. That turns a lot of people off. You want to take someone's Masonic regalia because they couldn't answer your question. That really turns a lot of, and you might lose your life in doing that today. You know, so what we need to look at is the quality of a brother. I would say this: in my Masonic jurisdiction, when you get raised to that sublime degree of Master Mason, you can't wear regalia for the first 6 months because you have to be able to. I'm not going to say defend it, but you have to be able to answer the question when a brother asks you. And if the brother is not able to give you the answer to the question that he's asking you, you just walk away. Just walk away. If you're having a conversation with a Mason and on a private level, and you guys are Q&A and whatever that looks like, and you get to a question where you can't answer the question, this also goes for sisters too. You get to a point where you can't answer the question. You need to just walk away, especially if they don't want to give you the answer, you know, especially that. And again, you really, and this is my own opinion, I don't try brothers and sisters in the street. I don't do that. I find that to be very disrespectful to the craft. Now, when I was younger and a hothead, yeah, I did that. I did it. I ain't gonna lie. I did it. Oh God, did I do it. But now that I'm a lot more of age, been around a long time, I tell the members that's coming through, don't challenge your brother in public. Don't do that. That should be done privately, off to the side, to identify whether you and him are Mason, whatever that may be. But you never do that in public. Never do that in a public setting. You know, it's good to know the Q&A. That's great. But never try to embarrass your Masonic brother anyway. I don't care if he's not a part of your jurisdiction. I just find that to be very disrespectful of someone to come up and want to challenge me. Now, there was a time back when I would accept that challenge and we'll do it right there on the spot. And we'll take it. Oh yeah, you know, yeah, we'll have that conversation. And I like that. You know, but as I got older and seeing how that was disrespectful, not only to my lodge, but to that brother, to do that publicly when we should have walked to the side and had that conversation and then produced a membership card. Now, you fellow crafts and inner apprentices, you may not have a membership card. So if you're going to walk up to somebody and you're going to be asking for it, you best believe you need to be ready for the answers. You know, and a brother who's mature, they can say, man, you know what, this is neither the time nor the place. And if a brother doesn't realize that, or even if a sister doesn't realize this is not the time or place for that activity, then, you know, you just walk away. Don't ever put yourself out like that. And it took me some time to learn that because I was a hothead at one time. I was. The egos in masonry is terrible. Oh, absolutely. You know, Professor Kaba. Ooh, that's who's going to be coming on in a couple of weeks. Professor Kaba. Oh boy, oh my God, I had a brain freeze earlier. I couldn't get it out. But he's going to be coming on in a couple of weeks, Professor Kaba. So please look for that. Tell a friend. If you want to be on the panel, you can email us. If you want to be on the panel when Professor Kaba comes on, he has a new book out and it's called Carbon Before Melanin. Carbon Before Melanin. He's going to come on. We're going to talk about his new book, and I'm looking forward to having him. That's in a couple of weeks. So if you want to participate on the panel, let me know. I'll email you, get you there. All right. Wow. Oh, it came back to me. Golly, that was a serious brain fart. But let me get back on subject matter, man. When you're dealing with individuals who's not ready in the realm of Freemasonry, and you're talking about a friendship, you're talking about a brotherhood, when you're talking about these things, a lot of people are not really ready for that type of bond. I'm going to say this again. A lot of people are not ready for that type of bond. Because when you're talking with a brother, whether you're frustrated with someone else or you're not frustrated with someone else, and you're talking to a brother about someone, that shouldn't go no farther than that. Okay? Especially if you're frustrated, because we say things when we're frustrated. So it's best for you, when we're having a conversation, to kind of like take a deep breath, to breathe for a second before you say something. Because a dog that'll bring a bone will carry a bone. You catch it on the way home. But I'm going to say it one more time. A dog that'll bring a bone will carry a bone. So be careful what you say about another brother to a brother. Because you don't know who knows who. You don't know if he's saving that information to come back at you because you may have said something. You don't know. So you have to really monitor the relationships that you have with any Masonic brother, because I've seen some things. Even with a sister, you got to be careful and choose quality over quantity. You know, everybody got a lot of members, but are they quality members? Are they really about helping that next brother to reach the next level? And when I say the next level, that means that there are some things that may be going on in my life that you can help me with. Are you going to take and use that against me? Sister, are you going to take that and use that against your other sister? You know, so when you're doing that work, when you're assisting and aiding a sister or that brother, please be mindful. That's all. Just be mindful, because they're sharing with you some information about themselves and they're trusting you. You know, so when you put your trust or tell someone else about some things, personal things that are going on in your life, please don't take that and use it against that person, because they confided that in you. I know a lot of information brothers have shared with me. No, I'm taking it to my grave. I'm not sharing it with no one, because whatever that brother shared with me was between me and him. Period. And I left it at that, because he needed to vent or she needed to vent. And I was that sounding board. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Just a sounding board. And once that person had confided in me and told me how they felt, or whatever they may be going through, leave it where it's at. Even if there's a young brother who think he know it all and he wants to run up and do a Q&A, and he may have a ring on, and no, he can't get down like I get down. No, I'm not going to take his jury. I'm just going to say, hey, look, bro, you know, you wearing that composite square, and I know that you're proud to wear it, but just be careful. That's it. Just a few words of encouragement may just enlighten that brother, enlighten that sister on their journey, instead of just cutting them down. Oh, he don't know nothing. She don't know nothing. No, no, no. Especially in public. No. So we have to be able to gather up and move forward as we are assisting and aiding somebody. That's just what it is. Never take a brother or sister confidence or their words and use it against them. Don't do that. When you do things like that, you was never their brother. You was never their sister. And your obligation just went out the window. It did. It just went out the window, because you took the very thing that they shared with you and used it against them. It totally went out the window. We recommend our newly raised brothers to be careful. To be careful of putting emblems on. Absolutely. On your car. Yes, absolutely. Tell them about it if you don't feel confidence of being challenged. Absolutely. Because there are people who are going to ask you about that ring. There are people who are going to ask you about them 5 points. So you have to be comfortable. And this is where the lodge plays a great place in that. The lodge comes out and says, look, brothers, this is how you handle yourself in public, okay? This is how you deal with this in public, because a lot of them don't know how to deal with it in public. So therefore, what you get a brother who's challenging you, and you're pissed off now. Or you may have confided in a brother and it didn't go so well. So now you're angry. I'm going to tell you, I had a brother to give me a few choice words. I mean, really lay it out on me. But see, it was because he was angry. But when you're angry, what's in your heart is going to come out. I'm going to say this again. When you're angry, what's in your heart is going to come out. So you have to be careful about what you say and who you say it to and how you say it. Plain and simple. So for me, when I'm angry, upset, I take a deep breath and then I speak. A lot of my lodge brothers often call me a politician. You politicking. No. I'm being careful about what I say and how I say it. Because I don't want to discourage a brother. I don't want to rip that brother and tear that brother down or that sister. Because all of us are going through some things in life. And you never know where that person is at in their life because they hadn't shared it with you. You know, I had a sister to call me the other day and share with me some things that was going on and why she wasn't making her OES meetings. And my heart went out to her. You know, my heart went out to her because she was dealing with some issues that she didn't necessarily have to share with me. But what does that look like? For me to take what she shared with me and tell somebody else, oh, you know why she ain't coming to her meetings? Come on now. If she wanted everyone to know, she would have told. But she didn't. But she felt confidence enough to confide in me. Now, she shared with someone else, that's her business. Let her do that. But it is not my right to speak on it. It is my right to assist and aid her if asked to do so. And that's what you do. But you don't go out trying to put them on blast over something that was mentioning to you. So when you think about it, and you're looking at your lodge, when you're looking at your chapter, I mentioned real power. Real power is unity. I'm gonna say this again. Real power is unity. I didn't say we had to agree on everything. I'm not even saying I have to like you. I'm saying, but what the public see and what happens behind closed doors happens behind closed doors. But when we step out in front of everybody, me and you, we good. Nobody has to know. Nobody but me and you. So when we show a united front, it's going to look good. It's going to look strong. We can agree to disagree, but I'm not going to do that in such a way to tear you down or build me up. I want people to see what real power look like. And if we who are Masons can take that same concept and apply it across the board, there's nothing that we can build or have for our own Masonic people. Nothing at all. If you can take $80,000 and go have a convention, if you can take $50,000 and go have a convention, imagine what you can do together when you don't have the convention. You can take your $50,000, they can take their $50,000, and maybe you can build something that's going to be useful for where you're at. Maybe you can build a large hall where everybody can come and rent from you. Those are the things you have to start thinking about. I was listening to some brothers talk about, oh, we wouldn't rent to those brothers. They are clandestine. Money. Let me tell you something about money. And you already know. Money is power when used correctly. And when I say money is power, you mean to tell me you're charging let's say $100 to $200 for meetings, and because I'm not recognized from you, you're not gonna take my $200 for those 2 hours, and you gotta build on you have a mortgage on your building, but because we are not recognized by you, you're not gonna take our money? No. Let me tell you this here, and I'm telling you, my lodge and several other Masonic lodges here in San Diego, African American lodges, met at San Diego Scottish Rite Center. Okay, down in Mission Valley. We met there for years, okay? Imagine this. They was charging us $200 for 2 hours. And we met there once a month, every month. 3 or 4 lodges, right? At each time, okay? So you're looking at probably about $1,000 a month, all right, for 2 hours that we was meeting there, okay? And the fact of the matter is they went up on the rent. I think they went up to like 250, 260 for 2 hours of meeting. And it was like 5 different lodges meeting there a month, okay? And we started thinking, well, damn, if we're giving them almost $1,000 a month for us to meet there, let us go get our own building. Let us go find another hall, do what we got to do. And we did that. So you got to start thinking cohesiveness. You got to start thinking different than the way we've always thought. And the way we've always thought has kept us at odds. And we have never really taken the Masonic concept and principles to unite. I didn't say that I wanted to be accepted, or I didn't say that I wanted to come visit. I'm saying you need to take those principles and use them. And we have yet to understand how to do that. But you'll get there. You'll get there. I mean, for me and mine, we are on something totally different. We're on something totally different. We work with those who want to work with us and build on that. If you tell me, Hawkins, I don't want to work with you, that's cool. We move on and we find those who want to work with us so we can do something different than what we have already done. This is why here, where I'm at, we support the largest Juneteenth celebration on the West Coast is held here. It's held here. And we support that. Now, would I want other Masonic lodges to join in and support that? Yes. But if you don't want to, I'm not going to beg you to do it. Not at all. So when we get ready to do things like that, it really helps that organization. Just like mentoring. You know, the other day I was invited to be a mentor to some brothers who was going into the healthcare field and in other fields also. So they had quite a few different brothers to come and mentor. Those are the things that's going to build your lodge. And those are the things that's going to build characters in those young men who are coming up. Those are the things that you need to be involved in instead of the bickering and the back and forth. I'm talking about real masonry. I'm talking about real power. I'm talking about how to grow and how to be the example of what you claim that you are. Kid, no. You telling me you're a Mason, but you've never been anywhere outside of where you have always gone. You've always gone to your grand session. You've always probably gone to visit another lodge in another state that your grand lodge has recognition with. But other than that, that's all you've ever done. You've never been outside the country to experience masonry from a different atmosphere. You never did that. And I will tell you, when you do that, your whole concept and precept changes. But what I will not do, I will not leave my jurisdiction to go to another jurisdiction that I can't visit. I'm going to say this again because some of you are going to miss it. I would never leave my Masonic jurisdiction to go to another jurisdiction that I cannot visit. I won't do that. I can't do that because when I see masonry and envision masonry, it's universal, period. So if we haven't built that relationship, I get it. But I'm not going to be salty on that. I'm going to move on and do something else a little different. But what I found is most people get they get in their feelings. And they will leave your organization and go join another one just because. That's a fact. I'm quite sure some of you have done it. I'm quite sure some of you know some that have done it. You know? And when you can't see Freemasonry from a universal point of view, that means you have not yet grown. That means that you are so stuck in your own situation until you can't see your way out of it. You can't at all. And I would say this, even for myself, I've been invited to different Masonic events coming up here real soon. And I'm going and I'm going to enjoy myself. And you should too. And this is outside of my own Masonic jurisdiction. This is outside of lodges that we have mutual recognition for. This is outside of all of that. And that's the beauty. That's what I find the beauty of it all. When you get an invite to a Masonic lodge that you don't have Masonic relationships with, but they see you and they say, hey brother, you know what? You would like to come by and visit? In like manner, we will offer that same invite. And that's how you build the relationships. But what most of us do, we rely on other entities and outside forces to tell us what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. You know, that's what we do. And I find that to be just such a crazy thing. Such a crazy thing. I've seen a lot of Masonic brothers, African American brothers, go and visit other countries. I have. And I'm quite sure some of you have seen it on Facebook or on the internet. And you would say, man, they going to this. No, man, look, that's what it's all about. If you're not doing that, don't be mad at somebody else that's doing it. Because you haven't understood what real power look like, what universal Freemason look like, how to unite instead of separate. If you haven't gotten there yet, then I don't know what to say for you. I don't know what to say for you. You know, when you because let me tell you this. This is what I've learned here not long ago. People know who you are. They know who you are, but you don't know who you are. I'm going to say that again. People know, other races know who you are, but you don't know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, you can't respond. You're relying on somebody else. Your whole being is determined of what someone else says about you. But when you know who you are, Masonically speaking, that doesn't even matter. What they say doesn't matter because you know. And when you know, it's just different. You move different. Your whole conversation becomes different. The atmosphere becomes different because you know exactly who you are. Nobody needs to tell me who I am and where I can go and where I can't go. Nobody. Because I'm going. I'm going where I want to go, when I want to go. Period. But a lot of people allow other people to transcend them. No, man, you can't go there. What? No. Nope. Why I can't go? Tell me why I can't go. You know, so that's the thing when you start refocusing things in your life. You know, my oldest brother told me this just a few days ago. He said, man, you need to start enjoying life. Just start enjoying it. Just begin to enjoy it because you're going to get old and you're not going to be able to enjoy it the way you want to. You sit around here waiting on, I'm going to do it when I get some money. I'm going to do it when I retire. No, do it. There's nothing stopping you from achieving or doing the things that you want to do or enjoy in life but you. You are your biggest competitors. Nobody out here is more competitive than you are with yourself. Absolutely. I kept telling my wife, it's like, I'm going to Africa. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to go to Africa. I'm going to go to Africa. She ain't said nothing, but I'm going. I'm going and I'm looking forward to the trip. I'm looking forward to it. I kept telling her, I'm going here, I'm going there. She's looking at me like, And now that I'm going, these various places coming up, she's like, oh, because I prepared myself. I talked about it. Okay, I put it out there. Then I started preparing for that blessing. I started putting myself in situations to be blessed so I'll be able to go to these various places that I'm going here soon. And I'm going to have a ball. At what point do we really subdue our passions and improve ourselves? You want to know at what point? The point when you make up your mind. Plain and simple. When you make up your mind that you're going to subdue that passion, subdue it. I ain't saying the passion isn't gone. I said subdue the passion. When you make up your mind to do it, you do it. You do it. When you want to improve yourself, you do it because it ain't going to happen until you do it. But you have to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it ain't going to happen. Absolutely not going to happen. When I go to my office, I look around and say, man, this thing need cleaning up. Who gonna clean it up but you? Ain't nobody gonna clean this office up but you. And when it's cleaned up, it's gonna get done because of you. Nobody is coming to do this but you. Nobody's coming to do none of that. Nobody's coming to save you, to bail you out but you. Absolutely. So when you're ready to improve yourself and to do your passion, you will do exactly that. It's not going to happen overnight. I didn't say that. But if you work on it, and it's going to come a point to where you're going to be able to subdue that passion, whatever it may be, it's going to come a point to where you're able to subdue it. Nah, I ain't going to do that. I ain't doing that. It's going to come a point. And then you're going to see the improvement in your growth because you've set aside, you're able to subdue that passion, whatever it may be. And you'll see the growth and the improvement in yourself. Accountability is another thing. As long as if you talk about being accountable, pretty soon you're going to start holding yourself accountable. Most of us are afraid to hold ourselves accountable. We are. We are afraid that when we get caught, to say that, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Not only am I sorry I got caught, I shouldn't have been doing it anyway. Period. I shouldn't have been doing it. But I did. And I own up to the fact that I did, and I got caught, and I'm good. I apologize. I must do better, and proceed and try to do better. Continue. I mean, look, unless you are trying to do right, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Most definitely. That's where accountability comes in. Dealing with friendships too. I have a very close friend of mine. He's not a Mason. And when I used to DJ, he would come up to the booth. Come on, DJs. I know some of you lived that life. I was a DJ at a club. I used to do the club, do the clubs till like 1, 2 in the morning, go to work, boom. So what he started doing is he wouldn't let any females come to the booth. I was so serious. He would be like, no, tell me the song. I'll tell the DJ to play it for you. Come on now. If you've ever been in the clubs and you've been a DJ, you know where all the females are at. That is truth. Come on now. And they all up on you. Hey, DJ, what you want? You want a drink? Everybody's buying the DJ a drink. But my friend, he wasn't cock blocking. He was keeping me out of trouble. He was my gate. He was like, no. And I can appreciate him today. Plain and simple. Because left up to me, and this is being truthful to me, man, nah. Subduing passion. Oh, did you see that? Subduing some passion. Wasn't about to subdue anything. I was about to get into something. But my friend, who was true to me and I was true to him, was like, bruh, hold that. And when we would leave and pack up the equipment, he would be right there. Nope, let's go. And be done with it. And that's the relationship of a true brother, a true friend. There are some friends that would encourage you, man, go ahead, man, go on, knock that thing out, bro. Go on. No, nope. Accountability is something great. Improving and subduing that passion. Yeah. We should have people around us that want to see us be successful. And for those who are there, they're going to assist and aid you. They're going to say, yeah, I got you, bro. They're going to look at it and say, look, don't even worry about it. Sis, I got you. They ain't trying to cover for you. What they're trying to do is to maintain a healthy relationship, knowing that, these things can get you caught up. If you're drinking too much and you out doing your thing and there's nobody there to drive you home and you call the junior warden, you tell the junior warden, look, I'm in a certain place, I can't get home, and he doesn't try to find a way to get you home, that's a hell of a junior warden, and you don't need him in your lodge. Nope, not at all. You don't need people who are not really upholding to the position that they swore to uphold. You see, that junior warden is supposed to do what? What's what that junior warden supposed to do? You can put it in the chat. You know what he's supposed to do. Superintend the brothers during the time of refreshment and see that they do not convert refreshments into intemperance. If he's not able to do that, why is he even junior warden? See, your junior warden is supposed to be in a position in understanding a couple of things. One is subduing passion. He's supposed to be somewhat in control of subduing his passion so he'll know what to do for you when you have converted your refreshments into intemperance. Most definitely. That peace and blessing to you, Mickey. That's his thing. We also need to be enforcing and keeping the house separate so that the Scottish Rite business doesn't blend down. Oh yeah, it doesn't bleed down to the Blue House, or the Grand Master doesn't need to be a sovereign Grand Commander or more than one capacity. Absolutely. But what happens a lot of times, this is something that cracks me up. What happens a lot of times, you have the sovereign Grand Commander, he points a deputy to your state. Your deputy of state thinks he knows more than the Grand Master. It doesn't work that way. The deputy is the deputy for that particular upper house. The Grand Master runs the state. The Grand Master can tell the sovereign Grand Commander, I no longer want my members to be in this Supreme Council. And it's a wrap. Because he's Grand Master. He has a relationship with that Supreme Council. If he severs the relationship, it's no more. It's a wrap. It's over. It's done. This is why right now today, most jurisdictions don't, their shrine department is totally separate from the Masonic body. You can be a Shriner and not even be a Mason today. Nah, that's well, I will only say in my particular jurisdiction, you have to be a Shriner in order to be a 33rd. You have to be a Knights Templar and a 32nd in order to be a Shriner. These are our rules that we've had for God knows for eons. And no, we're not going to change it because some other jurisdiction has said, oh, you don't have to be a Mason to be a Shriner. You can just be a Shriner. No. It defeats the purpose of going into these what we would call upper houses or pending degrees to understand the words. No. Every Grand Lodge, every Masonic Sovereign Supreme Council have their structure. Their structure benefits them in that Masonic Grand Lodge for which they have a partnership with. It benefits them. Okay? But the process is your district deputy or your deputy for the state, which is part of the Supreme Council, don't overrule the Grand Master. He doesn't. And when he tries, it causes conflict. You know? So then the conflict trickles down and then you got chaos. But the important thing to me is to remember that we must find a way to connect, a way to agree to disagree without being so damn disrespectful toward each other. You know? And what I've learned and where I'm at in my growth, you're always learning and growing, is that I want to be able to transcend where I'm at into a universal Freemasonry. And I have done that. I've seen that. I'm just not limited to where I'm at here in the States. And when you see Masonry that way, you see it beyond the pretense, oh well, I'm a Mason and that's it. Now, I want to experience Freemasonry beyond where I'm at. And if you don't have the capability of doing that, then I don't know what to say for you. I don't know what to say for your jurisdiction, because I'm a past Grand Master. I try to put my members in positions to be able to experience Masonry, not just here in the States, but beyond the borders of the state. And look at Masonry from the point of view of making those connections and understanding, why are you a Mason? Why are you an Eastern Star? You know? And when you're able to get there, man, it's a whole nother thing. This is why when you don't apply those working tools spiritually that you receive, you know, the working tools, the level, the plumb, the square, the chisel, when you're not able to apply them spiritually and mentally, a whole lot of things go whack. That's why you hear some brothers say, no, I live Masonry. They live it because what they're doing is they are applying the working tools within the confines of Freemasonry to get a better understanding of how to structure your life, how to be accountable, how to improve, how to do those things that we so much enjoy and talk about. So they take it and they put it to work. That's what they do. A lot of people are not able to do that. A lot of people look at it and say, man, I'm going out tonight. I'm doing this and doing that. And they miss totally the concept of what it is in their thriving to be as a Mason. I have a brother on here, brother Michael. I hope Mike is still here. I hope he's still on here. We talk all the time. And I've never met this man in my life. I've seen a picture of him. And we'll continuously share information. He picks up the phone, he calls me, he said, Brother Hawkins, you read this book. What do you think about this? I'm going to send you this book. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, wow, but I've never met him. I've only talked to him on the phone. And if he think I'm out of line, he'll call me up. Man, I disagree with you on that, bro. I don't see it from that point of view. And we don't fall out. I feel that I learned from him. When he calls me up and say, hey, bro, you know what? I was in the hospital, man. I was feeling such and such. I listen to him. Now, mind you, he's not active right now, but he's still a Mason. He's still my brother Mason, and that's what I consider about him. He's only encouraged me to do better. In his encouragement, if I feel a certain way, that's on me. But if somebody's encouraging you and not trying to snatch you and belittle you, man, it's a whole nother thing when you have a brother like that in your corner. And there are several others that I know of who are like that. One brother, he's from Philly. He's part of the Grand Lodge of Philly. He's out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've been doing him for a while. He just wrote a new book. Told me, look, I just wrote my book. And he knows exactly who I'm talking about. He may be on here today. He said, I just finished my book. I'm going to send you a copy when I'm done. And tell me what you think. He's done it a few times. But that's what you call building Masonic relationships beyond your own Grand Lodge, your lodge. Because Masonry is universal. And when you understand that, you're able to develop real power, real relationships, real dedication, real accountability. But a lot of us is not ready for that. So therefore, we run with the crowd that supports us. You know, the crowd that supports you. See, I don't need followers. People, I follow. No. I need people who are going to help grow, who wants to grow. I want to grow, so you should want to grow. So those are the type of people I'm dealing with that I'm looking forward to working with. If that's not you, then we don't mash. There's no coming together. And I think that's what a lot of people miss. Question, is the Black Boule a part? No, the Black Boule is not part of Freemasonry at all. There are Freemasons who are part of the Boule. Let's just put it out there and be honest. There are Black Masons who are part of the Boule, okay? That whole Greek thing, yes, there is. Period. But they're only part of it not because they're Freemason, because they're Greek. Okay? So that will put them, yeah, they are. But is the Black Freemason is the Boule part of Freemasonry? No, it's not an auxiliary. It has nothing to do with Freemasonry at all. Absolutely not. But I understand it. I mean, I get it. I can see it. I get what you're saying. Oh, yeah, certainly. The thing is that when you see Freemasons and those who have accomplished things out of life, and you see our Greek brothers who are Freemasons, be it from the Betas to the Sigmas to the Omegas to the Kappas to the Iolas to all of them, even those who are not part of the D9. There are fraternities that are not part of the D9. So when you see these Greeks, some of them are pretty well off, and some of them are Freemasons, and some of them are Boule. But no, absolutely. So the thing is that in this thing that we call Freemason, when I say real power, when I think of real power, I'm thinking of the development of relationships that you build, that unites you. So when things arise in your life, you're able to make phone calls and to do certain things to be able to transcend where you're at. Take for instance, um, I had an incident not long ago, and I was in we all hit the little road bumps in our lives, and I reached out and made a phone call. Brother said, "Yeah, what do you need? I got it." And this is not the first time this has ever happened, but it just shows me that when you are sincere about who you are, when you know who you are, it's different. It's just different, you know, because of the relationship that you've built and how you carry yourself, the whole thing. Mike just put up here, I like that. You are right. Michael, tell me in a minute. Mike, Brother Michael White, tell me in a minute. Brother Hawk, you always beating that dead horse. But he knows why I beat it up. I tell him I have fun with it. I do. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I do. But in the process of having fun with it, I'm always digging at it because some things shouldn't be the way they are. Just because something is law, don't make it right. I'm going to say this again. Just because something is law doesn't make it right. It doesn't. I say that to say that in this life journey, you're going to come across obstacles. Everybody needs help. There's not one person that's ever walked the face of this earth that didn't need help, including Christ. It's a fact. It's a fact. I'm not talking about something I believe. I'm not talking about something that I think. It's a fact. Everybody has needed help in this life. And somebody has reached out and helped you to get in certain places and position in your life. The only thing is, you closed the door on the next person. You became the damn gatekeeper. You became the Boule. You became all of that because you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and you closed the door. You did that. You became the very thing that you talked about. The gatekeepers, the Boules, and all of everything else that comes along with it. But when you understand that you have the capability and the capacity of opening that door for someone, do that. Open the door. Let them come in, especially if you know that person has some integrity about himself or she has integrity about herself, especially when you know that you're going to be able to see that person grow. They're not going to leave a bad name. Man, open the door. Let them come on in and watch them grow. Teach them. You know, I sometimes I get tired of being in the room and it's only me. You'll catch that. Some of you know exactly what I'm saying. I get tired of being in the room and it's only me. So if I have the opportunity to open a door for someone, open the door. Let them in. And groom them. Not to be a gatekeeper, but to be able to open the door for the next person. You mad because you was done wrong, so you gonna do somebody else wrong? I hear that a lot during the initiation. I hear that a lot during the shrines. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait till the next one come through. That's if you've gone through it. You know what I mean. And I get it. I get it. But along the way of waiting for the next one to come through, open the door, be a teacher, be inspiring, and watch how things change. The way things stay the same because nobody's no longer wanting to be inspiring to the next person. No one wants to be the example. And see what they did before I get ready to go. What has happened is you've seen all of your leaders get assassinated. You've seen them all. You said they're sellout or either they got assassinated. So therefore, for those of us who have the capability of being leaders, for those of us who have the capability of standing up and being out front, we take a step back. I ain't risking my life. For what? I ain't doing that. But you have to understand our ancestors did that very thing. They risked everything so you can have what you have and be able to do what you do today. They have risked it all. They have given their all. And you mean to tell me that you just gonna sit idly by and just let it just go a waste because you scared? That's why you don't know who you are, but they know who you are. That's what Cat Williams said. He said, you don't know who you are, but they know who you are. That's why they looking at you and telling everybody else to ignore you, but they looking at you because they know. They're waiting on you to be raised from that dead level to a living perpendicular. They're waiting on that. That's why you was the one that was hit in the head and drugged on a Wesley course and buried in a shallow grave. I'm about to go somewhere else. They risked everything just for our egos and ignorance to destroy it. Well, you know what? You're right. But in addition to what you said, there are some of us who understand that, like you. There are some of us who are doing exactly the thing that I said. There are some of us who are standing up. There are some of us that are risking it all, but we've never heard of them. There are some police officers, black that is, who is risking it all to say that these things actually occur, that these things have had it. And there are some who are not. But we have to be mindful of those who are actually doing it. That's why for me, I get pulled over, especially by a black police officer, I'm not giving him no hard time. He's already dealing with a lot of shit. Okay? He's already dealing with it. So what is for me, hey, why you pulled me over, black man? No. I'm going to calm down. I'm going to take a deep breath. And I'm going to say, look, man, you were speeding. Okay, write me the ticket. Write me the ticket. And I'll go on about my business. I have to be able to be in control of this. Because I know you're already mad. Okay? So I have to be able to calm the waters. You know? Absolutely the original man. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to say for you. I really don't know. It took me a minute to get there. Look, the way I am now, this is a process. This was brothers and sisters, this was a process for me to get where I'm at right now. Absolutely a process. And I'm still growing. And in the process, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. And I want to be around people who are still growing, who are still learning. And if you're not still growing and still learning, what need of us to be around each other? We're dead. Absolutely. So my goal and my thing is, in this Masonic journey, oh yeah, I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest, and you should too. If you're looking to be a Mason or Eastern Star, and you get into that chapter or that lodge, and you're not having fun or enjoying yourself, I'm not saying having fun drinking and partying, not that. I can do that without the Masons and without the Eastern Stars. What I'm saying, if you're not finding new avenues and understanding new nuances and the ritualistic work that goes into it, and understand that these things are here to help shape and kind of mold you in your growth process. If you hadn't gotten there yet, keep going, because you're going to get there. You're going to get there. And when you get there, that's when you're going to say, oh, I understand the ritual better now. I understand why there's a ritualistic process that you go through in order to be a Mason, in order to be an Eastern Star, in order to be a Knights of Templar. These are ritualistic processes as you grow in life. Okay, as you grow in life, these processes, these ritualistic things that we grow through really enhances. It's supposed to enhance you. It's supposed to. But if you're not growing from it, why even be a part of it? Why? Knights Templars? Why? Aren't you supposed to be the one who's the protector of those on their way to worship at the shrine? I'm talking about you, Knights Templars. Those of you who took the Apostle Creed oath, you know what you said. And if you didn't take it, then it wasn't quite done right. You know, the same goes for my Shriners. You know, when the scimitar meets the sword, you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know how you're supposed to protect each other and those pilgrims on the way. You know that, but you don't do that because that's something you probably haven't been taught. So when you become a Shriner, you be like, man, man, I'm what they call it, I'm going to the watering hole. You know, ain't nothing wrong with going to the watering hole. Just don't drink too much water, make you sick. Absolutely. So when you become a Shrine and you're a Knights Templar, you understand. Your understanding is a little different than everybody else. It does. It becomes different. Fraternal greetings. What's up, Vincent? How you doing, my brother? Let me tell you something about Brother Vincent. You know, that's that brother right there. That brother right there. He really, when I was doing some traveling. I think he was in Texas at the time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Vincent. And he would call, hey, Brother Hawkins, where you going? He was like, I got you. Real talk. I'm talking, and I've never met this brother in my life. Never. We've actually just talked on the phone. But he'll call, hey, Brother Hawkins. I say, hey, man, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Can you make this happen? Oh, I got you. Let me tell you. Thank you. If I ain't never told you thank you before, I'm saying it now publicly. Thank you. That's real talk. You know, what's going on, Jay? Yeah. You know? Yes, sir. Oh, man, look. But to have and to build that relationship with people that you've never met before. I mean, I've never met the man before, but the relationship that he and I built goes a lot farther. I'm telling you, if he calls me up and says, Brother Hawkins, I'm in San Diego, or I'm in Los Angeles, or I'm here, or I'm there, if I can get to him, I'm going to get to him. For those who know, know. And for those who don't need to know. I'm going to get to him. Because he showed me what type of brother he is. Period. You know. Grandpa, you need some smoke for the forest roots in the Baltimore, baby. Oh my God. Speaking of Baltimore, Harem Grand Lodge in Baltimore. Big shout out to you. I know your session is coming up soon. One of the brothers did reach out to me from Harem Grand Lodge, and I want to say thank you. I don't know if I can or can't make that session. Depends on what's happening here soon, but definitely I want to say thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you know anything about that Grand Lodge being in Baltimore, but definitely Harem Grand Lodge is one. Oh, I do? I don't know him. No, I don't know Stephen A. Adams. Does your jurisdiction wear 33rd rings? Yeah, we do. Yep, we do. What do you look for in a man? Abdullah, what I look for is in a person who's looking to become a Mason is integrity. Are they going to stand on their word? Or are they going to use the things they know against me? I want to know, how does he live? Does he have a job? Does he take care of his family? You know, what type of name does he have about himself? Has he been in trouble with the law? Has he redeemed himself? You know, people who redeem themselves, man, those are the ones that really would go to bat for you. I'm gonna say that people who have redeemed themselves and have gone through some things in life, those are the ones that will go, man, they'll go for you. Plain and simple. So that's what I look for, you know. Okay, so you got in trouble with the law. Did you do your time? Yeah. What type of trouble was it? It was X, Y, and Z. Oh, okay, so you did your time. You out now. You got a job, right? You taking care of your family, right? Okay, well apparently you on that road to redeeming and to building yourself up. You're on that road. Oh, so you did that and you left it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's workable. That is absolutely workable. Have you dealt with any lodges from Ohio? I have the PPHO Lodge up that way from Cincy. You know, can we can we hire escorts if we are married? What? Oh man, you need come on now. Somebody need to do something with him. I wish I had a oh boy, nah. We don't do escorts. Mm-mm. Nah. That's a good one. It got me in the lab. That's a good one. Real talk. You know. Oh well, if you don't know him, you look like okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, so look, I've been on here for a little time. I want to say thank you for coming on. If you got something out of this, man, that's great. Pass it on, share it with someone. You know, it's all about really opening the door and showing someone what real power look like, showing someone what a real friendship look like, showing someone that, hey, you know what, I got you if nobody else has you. Giving someone else the second opportunity to get it right. I didn't say the third or the fourth. I said the second opportunity. And when a person is angry and they tell you how they feel about you, that's how they feel about you. Don't take it personal. That's just how they feel about you. Now you have a choice whether you're going to deal with them or not. Because what I've learned in life, a child, a drunk, and somebody who's angry will tell you the truth. That's what I got. Hello from Ireland. Oh man, you make me want to stay on here for a little while longer. Mr. Goat Guy, what's going on with you? Hope everything is well in Ireland. I certainly do. Greetings to you and yours, wherever you may be at. I certainly appreciate you coming on. Today we're talking about real power. Today we're talking about a variety of different subject matters regarding Freemasonry. And I'm taking on any questions that may come up, you know. And to Professor Kimba, I want to say thank you for allowing me the opportunity to interview you. As in a couple of weeks here that you'll be coming on, I want to say thank you, and thank you again. And I look forward to that great moment and opportunity to have that conversation with you regarding your new book. Professor Kimba has a new book out. You know who Professor Kimba is. He's a gentleman that was on Hidden Colors, and his new book is Carbon Before Melanin. I want to say go and get that book, man. Go Carbon Before Melanin. Go get that. Oh, go get that. And I spoke with him the other day. He said something very interesting to me in regards to how he's continuously evolving with new information. You know, the things I thought today, I may not think that way tomorrow. It depends on the information I come across. Factual information, not somebody tell me, but factual information. Stuff I come across. Oh, okay. Now I can put that together. I understand that now. You grow. Are there sacrifices? Nah, none where I'm at. There are no sacrifices where I'm at. None. But if you want to ride the goat, you can ride the goat. But no, there are no sacrifices. But we ride that goat, baby. I ride that goat. You know. Those who know, knows. For sure. Let's see. It's pretty late over here. I'm interested in what you're talking about. Which state? I'm from California. You know? The Golden State. They said it doesn't rain in Southern California. But let me tell you, we'll be getting some rain. And they hadn't spoken anything about a drought. Absolutely. Thank you for putting that in, Brother Kaba. Absolutely. Professor Kaba got that new book out. I'm just encouraging you. Please go support and get that book, man. Get that book. That book has definitely given me a new perspective on some things. Masonically speaking too. Real talk. Real talk. Anything that is able to help me to grow knowledgeably, I'm taking it. Brother Michael knows that. Michael White, he knows that. He'll call me up in a minute. You got this book? I don't have that book. I'm sending it to you. I'm straight up. He told me I'm sending it to you. You know, you got this? No, I ain't got. I'm sending you this. I'm sending you this. This brother has been sending me information, and it has really helped and enhanced me. I'm telling him this publicly. you know. Oh yeah, carbon before, man, get the book. Thank you for putting it in there. I appreciate that. Do the Masons give you money? Nah, I work for a living. Mm-mm. I work for a living. I'm honest. You ask me, do Masons give me money? No, I work for a living. Absolutely. Hand over the pills. Oh man, what a name! I like that though. I like that. You want the red pill or the blue pill? Absolutely. Marcus, I may have to make you since you're on here, I may have to put you as a moderator. How about that? Would you mind? I don't even know if you're a Mason or not. I'm just asking. If you don't mind, I'll do that. But if you like, no, that's cool. You know? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll make it happen. Before I do that, are you a Mason? I'm curious now. I ain't even lying to you. I ain't even lying to you. What is my take on the Morris Science Temple? Oh yeah. That temple, the Morris Science Temple, has added a lot uh, to Masonry. It has. People can say whatever they want to say, but it has done that. Your Grand Lodge Estate, what Masonic jurisdiction are you? From Dallas. Oh yeah, Jesus loves you. Absolutely. I've been told that. And since my boy Putin has put the word out on the street, oh my God! Since Putin has put the word out on the street, I don't think a lot of people see it that way. But you're right. You're right. Absolutely, you're right. Saint Joseph. Oh man, well you know my brother. You know brother Tave. I just got through talking with him just a few minutes ago. Absolutely. There you go. You are it. You know, you're it. So if you see something that's up, man, and you know it's crazy, please, you can whoop it out. But I don't mind people posting me having that conversation. Oh, JJ. Yeah, man, let me tell you this, Jay. When you get ready to join a lodge, I don't know which lodge you're looking to join, reach out to me, brother. I'll help you. Real talk. Hey, it's a wrap. If that's what you want to do, you get into the right lodge that's going to really see you inspire to be on the next level to in this journey of life. Brother, I'm with you all the way. Absolutely. What's up, Roger? How you doing? Man, I you know what? I was supposed to be off here about 8 minutes ago, but the more people pop in, I stay on a little while longer. We really just having a great conversation today. A lot of things that I've said. Elijah Lodge number 35, Atlanta. What's going on with you? You know that name Elijah? Lodge number 35 out of Atlanta. No. Is that? Oh boy, I'm like, Elijah, huh? Oh man, that name right there says a lot. You know, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Absolutely, Elijah Lodge. Let's pin that up. Absolutely. There you go. I think sometimes, you know, we forget how we should carry ourselves civilly. You know, I think that when you are interacting with people, because you never know where you're going to meet a person at and how your words can really lift them up. You know, I'm learning this as I grow in life. So I try to uh, inspire, want to see people do better in their life. I really want that. I'm telling you, I do. I really want that for the next person. If you know me personally, that's what I want for you. I want that. And even if I don't know you, hell, I want to see you come up in life. Who wants to be poor? Nobody. I know people always asking all the time, like the brother just did, is masonry paying you? No. But I've come across people within the Masonic organization who has assisted and aided me to become better, to progress in life. Don't just settle for where you're at. I have. And because of that, I've become rich. Not money wise. I know you said rich, somebody say that, they be looking, see, I told you. No, I'm just talking about. I've become rich in the aspect of knowing, there are people who want to see you come up and do better in life. That's what I mean. Most of our members are older. I would be the youngest member in the lodge. Well, Jay, you being the youngest member in that lodge, all you're going to do is liven it up. You're going to bring life to that lodge. I'm going to say this again to you, Jay. Older people, when you're around them, you give them life. To anyone who's young in this group and you're hearing this message, when you're around older people, you give them life. And you know what they give you? Wisdom. It's a trade-off. So when you speaking to the young people, Jay, your age, and they hear you, man, damn, man, how you know that? Where you hear that from? It's the older people who are going to give you that wisdom. You are going to give them life, their energy, they're going to be like, man, I remember when they're going to step back and watch you run around and do the thing, and they'll be like, man, I used to be, and then you're going to energize them. Instead of them slouching, they're going to sit up now because they got their youngster in the lodge. They're going to want to poke their chest out. They're going to want to give you the information they got. They're going to want to see you come up and be the junior warden, the senior warden. They're going to want to see you progress. And then they're going to say, yeah, see, I remember that young man, right? And that's what you bring to them. You bring that life, that energy to them. And a lot of people can't say that they bring that to other Masonic jurisdictions. They can't say it. But that's what you bring to them. And I'm gonna tell you this, Jay. You're gonna hear them say, well, we already did that. We already tried that. That's fine. Allow me to do it. Just maybe I will be more successful at it than you were. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna take what you've already done. I'm saying that I'm gonna use it, and what you didn't add to it, I'm gonna add to it. What you had, I'm going to take that out of that and I'm going to put that in. So what they've already did, you may make that be more successful. I don't care what it is, Jay. I don't care what it is, man. If they say they've already tried it, you said, great. How did it work out? We were successful. Why did you stop? And you take it and run with it. You take it and run with it. Zoom Wednesday, Brother Tony. If that's cool, yeah, that's cool. Wednesday, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Just keep me posted. DJ Craig, yes. Let me show you what I got. Boom. I don't know if you can see it. I'm getting ready to send this off to your wishful master. I'm getting ready to send that to your wishful master. And hopefully he'll get it after Wednesday or before Wednesday. Well, shit, I can't. I'll be on Zoom tomorrow, but he'll get this next week because tomorrow is Wednesday. And he will share that with you. He'll share it with you. Roger, I'm doing just fine, man. I'm just seeing your post there. I'm doing just fine. Absolutely. A fair exchange. Yeah, brother. Yeah, I would say that's a fair exchange. Message deleted by, okay. Brother Marcus, you own it, huh? You own it. Hey, boom, I'm deleting that. Oh boy. Oh, okay, okay. He told you, cool, cool. I'm gonna get that out as soon as I can. I was gonna get it out today, but apparently I'm here live today. But I will get that out to you. I think when you get it and the brothers read it, if you see something that you want to add to it, let me know. But it's already completed. You know, this is a rough draft, and I'm telling you, you brother, this is us. I want to send a big shout out to DJ Craig. He's a part of Valley of the Kings 360 out of Louisiana. I know I'm gonna. You might as well put the name in there because you know I'm gonna mess it up. You know I'm gonna mess it up, brother Craig. Go on, put it in there and stop playing. You go on, put it in there. He said I play no games. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I have a couple of moderators, but they have not been able to come on with me. But brother Marcus, I appreciate you hanging tight. And yes, you can do the thing. You can do the thing. I don't mind. Opalicious. There you go. Opalicious. Oh, he knew I was gonna mess it up. He knew I was gonna mess it up. Man, yeah. I got to get back that way. Absolutely. Give my regards to the wife and the family. Oh yeah, most definitely. For real. He's laughing. Yeah, you know when I was there eating that good gumbo and everything else you cooked. You know I messed that up. I'm gonna say this before I get ready to go. Really, how many of you have experienced masonry in such a way until it like you had the moment to say, yeah, I'm glad I'm a Mason? How many of you have done that? You know, where you have experienced masonry in such a way to you was like, yeah, that's why I joined. Yeah, now I know why I joined. You know, yeah, brother Marcus, Marcus, that was a great show, bro. I did it up. Absolutely. You know, because there are times where you're a Mason and you just have that moment to say, yeah, that's why I'm a Mason. Oh, I see it. I see it. I have experienced it. I know now. You know. Every time I go to the lodge, I gotta get the hold on. Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget to check out. Oh yeah. Yep, that book. Thank you for putting that in. I appreciate it. Carving Before Melanin. Oh man, that's a nice book. And he's gonna be here. Is it next week? It's the week after next. He's gonna be here live. We're gonna be discussing his book and just really getting into it because that brother comes with a ton of information, man. What's up, Phillips? What you got? What you got for me? I see your hand is up. What you got for me? Talk to me. I see your hand is up. I should be back. I'm back now. Yes. Woo. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard privacy. Absolutely. Colt, what you got for me? I see your hand is up. Anybody got any questions before I get ready to check off? Let me know. What's going on, Brother Roberts? What's up, bruh? How you doing? I'll be seeing you this weekend, Brother Roberts. Let me show you what I got. All right, once again, Brother Roberts, here you go. All right, I'm going to give this to you this weekend. I'll give it to you this weekend, Raising in the Desert. For those of you who don't know, now you know. Aries Lodge number 4, True Kinsman Lodge number 1, Hosea Lodge number 7, Metaphysic Lodge. We're all headed towards the desert in Vegas to do the Raising in the Desert this weekend. If you have not ever experienced a raising outdoors, man, this is that one. We do it every year between the month of April and May. We do a Raising in the Desert of Las Vegas. If you're interested and wanting to come and participate, you certainly can get that invite. You just got to let me know and make sure your membership is paid up and that you're an active Freemason, and we'll go from there. The Raising, I'm telling you, we've been doing this for the past now 3 years. It just gets better. It just gets better. Let me tell you, man, we start about 4 o'clock in the morning, really about 3:30 in the morning. When that sun is peaking in the east, coming up over the mountains, and them brothers are coming, ooh, ain't nothing like that. Nothing. I'm just saying. People talking about being raised, but until you do it outdoors, until you've had that experience, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Absolutely. And for those who have had that experience, that have come through this jurisdiction, they know. They already know. Ain't nothing like it. Nothing like it. And I say, we don't harass, we don't haze, we don't do none of that. But the experience that you're going to get after you have had, man, it's over. It's done. It's done. You can say whatever you want to say. I can say that. Where's Brother Christopher Jackson been? Brother Christopher Jackson now resides in Texas. He's doing his thing. You know what? I'm gonna have him back on. I'm gonna call him up and see if he wants to come back on and chat. Cause I hadn't talked. I talked to him a few months ago. You know, missed the days when you and him would have conversation. Those were good shows. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring him back, man. Chris. You know, he's a cool dude. He's doing his thing. Oh, Andy 5 was timed out. Okay. All right. Well, he probably deserved to be timed out. Okay, about what you said, when you can say this and why I joined to be a Mason. Okay. Why did you join? Plain and simple. Have you ever had that moment to say, this is why I joined Masonry? Street legacy, what's going on with you? Driving from Buffalo, New York. Okay, be safe, man. Be safe. So have you ever had that moment in your Masonic journey to where you said, wow, this is why I'm a Mason? I can only speak for me. I know that I've had those moments. I've had quite a few of them. Oh, yeah. But see, what happens is you get a lot of people who don't have those moments. And what they'll do is they'll put their energy off on you because they have not had that moment. Some people may say, what moment is that? You'll know it. You'll know the moment when it comes. Trust me. You're going to know the moment it comes. And you're going to be like, yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And it has nothing to do with your Grand Lodge. It has nothing to do with your lodge. It has everything to do about you as a Mason. That's a fact. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're international, modern free. I don't care if you're Grand Lodge Estate. I don't care if you're PHO, PHA. I don't care if you're a Filipino brother, a Mexican. I don't care. When that moment comes, you're going to say, yeah, you'll know. It's going to hit differently just because. You're going to be like, yeah, all right, cool. I know I've had many of those moments. That's why I enjoy the craft. Because a lot of people don't understand the journey of the Mason. They just like to say I'm a Mason. But you don't understand the journey of the Mason. You don't understand the context for which you have said some things. You don't understand because your mind is limited in your thinking. You think you're only talking about your Masonic jurisdiction. Your Masonic jurisdiction is nowhere in your ritual except for your bylaws and constitution. Nowhere in them. You may write your own ritual, but when you reading it, no. That journey is an individual thing. And you'll know and have that aha moment when it comes your way and you say, damn. Yeah. And I've had it. I've had it. I had a brother that asked me, he said, what Grand Lodge you part of? I said, John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. Ain't you free and accept a Mason? Oh, that's cool, brother. Boom, 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 boom. You need boom, boom, boom. We got the chatting and talking, and it was a wrap. It didn't matter. What mattered was my integrity. What mattered was the principles. What mattered was it, I I was what was mattering at the time. Shit. I was serious. You know. You know. Yeah, you know, you feel extra. He said, I feel extra Masonic. You do. You do feel extra Masonic. Man, you be like, yeah. You got your chest all poked out and stuff. Oh man. You know, but that's the universality of Freemasonry versus the mentality that a lot of us have versus that. That's the mentality. I mean, the universality of Freemasonry versus anything else. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing, and a lot of people will never get it. They'll never understand it. Never. I say that to the craft all the time. Absolutely. The journey starts in the heart. Even with that being said, a lot of people don't understand that small little bit that you just said. I'm going to say that again. Brother Marcus, even with that little piece you just put in there, the journey starts in the heart, a lot of people ain't going to get it. What's going on, Kenneth? How you doing? Glad you joined us today. Hanging out. We're just having a conversation. Now, earlier, we was on fire earlier. Now, this is just a brief conversation, man. We're just really enjoying the conversation, the questions that's come up. I'm going to be on here just for a few minutes longer. I got something I got to go take care of. Look, wherever you're at, just be safe. Man, there's so much happening out here today. So much going on. And all I'm asking is that if you're here with me now, just be safe. That's it. Just be safe, man. And if you're new to the channel, if you're interested in becoming a Mason, I would tell you this. If you're interested in becoming a Mason, make sure that you're getting your life or have your life together. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure you're getting or having your life together. Because you shouldn't become a Mason if you don't have priorities already established. I'm going to say this again. You shouldn't become a Mason or an Eastern Star if you don't have your priorities already set. It does you no good, absolutely no good to become a Mason or an Eastern Star if you don't have your priorities already set. Okay? You must also understand that it's going to take money. You hear me? You're going to pay membership dues, in other words. Membership dues. Be prepared. Be prepared to spend some time with people you don't even know. Be prepared. Meetings, volunteer work. Be prepared. Understanding the craft, being involved. It doesn't take all your time, but it's going to take some time. You know. So be prepared for that. And in the process of doing all of that, enjoy everything you can get out of it. Enjoy everything that you can get out of it. It's because of Freemasonry that I've met so many people and have bonded with so many people across the world. It's because of Freemasonry. It's because of Freemasonry I know Brother Dwight Muhammad over in the UK. It's because of Freemasonry. And we have enjoyed each other's company. Now he has his own lodge over there, Mystic Lodge 619, working under John G. Jones Grand Lodge. Big shout out to you, brothers. You know, big shout out to you. Continue to do the work. Those brothers over in the UK have really shown what brotherly love is like. You know, when their family members had gotten ill, they came to support the brothers. When Brother Muhammad, I think it was his mother that passed away, those brothers showed up for his mom. That's what it's all about, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And you have those moments. Everybody has those moments. What about the regular? Oh, regalia. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. With regalia, grand session, higher houses. I couldn't tell you how much money I have spent in Freemasonry, but I've had a hell of a time though. Absolutely. I've had a hell of a time, man. I wouldn't change it for anything. I wouldn't. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I wouldn't. Primitive rites, are they worth it? Primitive rites are administrative degree work. It really deals on the esoteric side of things. If you're not ready for that type of journey, don't do it. I'm gonna say this again. Primitive rites is a administrative degree work. If you're not ready for that real esoteric get down, get lost, don't do it. But if you're ready for that and you like that type of stuff, then it's for you. You just got to find which sanctuary you want to join, and they have those conversations all the time. And I like it. I mean, I'm part of the primitive rites here in California, and I enjoy it when we have our meetings. Because some of us are so spread it out, we do it by Zoom, and then when we have session, we come together for our session meeting. But it's primitive rites. I enjoy it. But like I said, it's administrative, and it deals with a lot of esoteric within the confines of those degrees. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, that's a rabbit hole. I will contact you regarding the podcast with you, brothers in Rochester. Okay? All right, yeah, let's make it happen. If you don't have my number, I'm going to give it to you. My number is 858-707-5582. You can text me or call me. If I miss your call, please do leave a text message, all right? If Brother Marcus is on the phone and he hears this message, as far as the phone number, you can put it in there for me. I certainly would appreciate it. Again, that number is 858-707-5582. That's the number you can contact me at. You can text me. You can text me at that number. I'm cool with it. That's it right there. That's it. Absolutely. Oh, buddy, your number is getting posted on the dark web. They can have that number. they can have that number. They really can. They that's a number they can have. Absolutely. Everybody's number is probably on the dark web, but I appreciate that. You're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm just saying that number they can have. But everybody's number is on the dark web. There's nothing safe anymore. You have to put up safeguards because even AI be trying to duplicate people's voices these days. It's crazy. It's real crazy. Definitely. He said, "Oh boy, here. I can't. I got you on that one. I have to put you up on that one. That is for sure. That is for sure." So look, it's time for me to roll out. I appreciate everybody coming through, and thank you so much. If you've gotten something out of this, that's great. You know what? Continue the journey. Continue the journey. Have fun. Get all you can out of it. Absolutely. Continue the journey. And whatever you do, as always, stay out the bushes and keep that light on. I'm out. Peace and be well.